Yo, 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 yo. Mic check, mic check. Make sure I can hear myself before we start. Let's see. I'm gonna see my live up there yet. Oh, okay. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, I can hear myself. Mic. Oh shit. Turn that off. All right. Let's see. I want comments showing. Yeah. If y'all can hear me, let me know if you're watching. I don't know if you're watching from YouTube or Facebook, but if y'all can hear me, just put a thumbs up or something in the comments. And I'll start. I ain't trying to be here too long. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just finished doing an episode a little minute ago, so I just figured I'd go live because the episode went a little longer than expected. I tried to do 90 minutes, but the episode was pretty good, so we went a long time. But yeah, I think everybody got their stuff out this week, so I'm glad we can go to the new week with like new things to talk about. God damn, that first sip be good, ain't it? But yeah, let me know if y'all can hear me, and if y'all watching live, make sure y'all share the live if y'all don't mind, please, if it's not too much to ask. All right. There's a lot been going on this week. Figure we'll touch on a few things before I get up out the studio. All right, let me see. All right. So yeah, a few things been going on, man. I want to talk about a few things. I know I want to talk about consistency. I want to talk about professionalism, and I want to talk about entitlement. So just for starters, to start it out, just to get y'all on up to speed on what I'm talking about. A lot of things happened this week, so I figured we commentate on it like everybody else was doing for the most part. The award shows is over, so clap it up, thank God. Everybody done did their complaining and whatever they wanted to do with that. So that was cool. That's expected every year, so ain't nothing gonna change with that. But I think I want to talk about some things that I've seen this week as it relates to some of the stuff that was going on. So I know one thing for me, I think I'm only speaking of Augusta as a city because me being around here for a while and seeing things and having certain conversations with certain people, I do think that there's a big issue here with entitlement. And when I say that, I'm talking about, I think a lot of times people feel like they are owed something or like they guaranteed something. And when they don't go their way or when that doesn't happen, then you get a lot of people with different takes, or they start to say how they really feel about a person or entity or whatever the case may be. And I think that's common along with everything. I think one of the beautiful things about people not being from here, I don't think you feel owed anything, and I could be wrong. Somebody in the comments that's not from here that does feel like the city owed them something, you let me know. I feel like when you're not, from here, and you got to come here and figure your way out, maneuver through the scenery, whether that be the party scene, the internet scene, sports scene, whatever it is you do. I think you have to put a lot of work in just to kind of get your networking in place and get your name out there and get into those rooms that people, I guess, say are the rooms you need to be in. And I feel like you don't have a lot of entitlement. You just going to get what's yours. You're going to get it. Like, you're not expecting nothing. You're just going to do your thing. And let's just be real, call it like it is. There was only one person complaining about the award shows. Not Jamie with the comments. That's funny. Yo, shout out to Jamie, man. Make sure y'all go shop with her. She sell houses, if y'all didn't know. She don't just do SBA awards, right? She didn't just wake up one day and do SBA awards. She actually is a business owner out here and does a lot of more things, realty, and now taking on a new endeavor with the city. So shout out to her. But no, I am super serious. I think that we have an entitlement issue in the city, and it's kind of disgusting to an extent. I'm one of them guys see both sides of everything, so I can see why somebody would feel entitled based on their data. But the problem is the world don't work on one person's data. It don't work that way, right? We all got our own data. We all got our own agenda. We all got our own perception of things. We all think certain people are talented. We think certain people aren't talented. We like certain people, certain entities. So, what's up, sis? Who's sis? Talking to Jamie? Yeah, but yo, chill. What you mean? What's up, sis? Let me put some comments on the board. But yeah, I think that we have an entitlement issue, and for me, this is, and I can only speak from my point, my standpoint, right? And I'll speak on Jamie just because, not on Jamie, but with the SBA, because it's been a few years, and I've got my SBA award. It's actually back there, if y'all could tell. My IHA and SBA awards, I won both, so I can't really complain too much. But I feel like winning one time is good enough, in my opinion. I feel like once you win one, you've won one. So people are always going to title me, oh, he won SBA awards. It don't matter what year, this, that, and third. I'm an SBA award winner, going for life at this point. I'm an IHA award winner for life at this point, right? But I don't feel entitled. Mind you, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna just, now she said keep it 100, right? I'm gonna keep it a bean. I've had Jamie on the show. Everybody that won an award, for the most part, I've had on the show, probably more than once. You know, I do great work. I think I do top tier work. I don't feel like I need to win every single award. I don't feel like I need to win every year. It's not for me to do so. I feel like I win when I go to an event and they speak about me at the event and it has nothing to do with me. I win there. I win when I have people like Jamie watching the pod and she comment on the pod, which Jamie not comment on nobody's stuff. She her own entity. She got her own platform, her own algorithm. She ain't got to mess with none of us. You know what I'm saying? So I win there. I think it's all about perspective of how you view the award shows or how you view just life in general. And ego is going to be the downfall of a lot of people. You know, your ego can get in the way of thinking, you know, it has to only be you, and that's not the case. We all have to take our L's, and that's why I said professionalism as well, because I feel like even in sports and anything in life, you're not gonna win every single time. You're not gonna win every single thing, and you have to be able to clap for others. I think that's a superpower for individuals who want to get to the top. Being able to clap for others, like being able to not win something, or being able to not be a part of something, being able to not get your name called, being able to get overlooked in your opinion, right? If you get overlooked, being able to do that, but also still clap for other people who's in that same realm as you, who hasn't gotten overlooked, who hasn't gotten overlooked, who name is getting called, who has won an award, who is winning an award. I think you got a network. So anytime, if I lose, when in the IHAs, when I lost the two categories I was in, first thing I did was look and see who won. And I said, okay, let me go look at their stuff. If I like their stuff, I'm gonna reach out to them, and then I'm gonna say, hey, you know, I like your stuff. Maybe come on a podcast if you're ever in town. Or if I'm going that way, let's link up, do a podcast, or some kind of networking, because clearly, in my opinion, if the person, like IHA, somebody won in Charleston, I think, or South Carolina, it was heavy over there, whatever, right? Well, I might want to move. I've been wanting to move a lot of my content into the South Carolina area, right? And so when I see that, I go network with them. I say, okay, well, cool. Who are you? What you do? This is what I do here. How can we help each other? Like, I got good quality, but I see you got a lot of people looking at your stuff. Maybe we could tap into each other's stuff. I'll just interview you, whatever. Like, I feel like that's what it's about. I don't really care about the win-loss. Like, and, you know, I could always buy a trophy. You know what I'm saying? I could always buy a trophy. It's not the diss James. It's not the diss Jazz at all. Having Jazz on tomorrow, by the way, so y'all tune in for that. But it's not to diss a person or entity, because I want to do that. But people put their hard-earned money, time, thoughts, resources into these events. And then sometimes the next day, let me take that back. When things don't go our way, then we try to say what other people should do. I can't tell Jamie what she should do when I ain't putting no money into the event. I can't tell Jamie what she should do when I didn't help her set up. I didn't help her get the trophies. I didn't really promote the event for her. Like, I didn't do anything that would be considered hard labor or work or help in order, you know, just to be like, oh, we should do it this way. Who the fuck am I to say we should do it that way? You know, I can't tell her that. I didn't do anything. I can't tell Jamie, you know, hey, yo, that fee and nominating is crazy. I feel like you got to invest in yourself. when you're talking about business anyway, SBA, so Small Business Award, if you already not moving like a business, it ain't for you. That's the first thing, right? So if you're not moving as a business, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, I ain't nobody, right? In my opinion, the award show not for you. Uh, that's just what it is. It's a small business award show for a reason, right? So you got to move like a business. And even in moving like a business, when you lose or things don't go your way, or whatever case may be, you got to learn how to tap into that professionalism side. I don't care. I'll share something with y'all, and I don't mind if Jamie's still watching. I don't know. I'll share something with y'all. Somebody never really said, right? And ain't nothing bad. But here's the thing. And I'm watching your comments. I promise you I am, right? The first year Jamie did SBA Awards, I was working at a different job. I was working mad hours. I ain't know how that shit worked. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't know how it worked. It said, nominate yourself, do nominate yourself. She had a page. I don't know what was going on the page. It was a lot moving pieces. I said, look, I can't do this. I don't know. I can't do this. The person that ended up winning Podcast of the Year, to my knowledge, had like 2 episodes out. And I was like, how'd that happen? You know how it happened? She followed the fucking rules. She followed the rules. Like, I really couldn't be upset because this person went ahead and followed the rules and did everything she was supposed to do to win that award. I don't know if it was more people in the award or not. I don't really know. I don't know how that went. I can't remember. I know I didn't win. But I never felt a way enough to be saying something out in public because, one, I don't want to burn my bridges. That's number one. And number two, I feel like it don't really stop me on what I'm doing. Like, anything I'm doing, not winning, ain't never gonna stop me from the kind of quality I'm putting out, the high level professionalism I'm trying to show when I'm doing my stuff. Do I have moments where I go back and forth and I slip up? Yeah, I'm human, and I'm a man. So when there's men involved, it's gonna be different. But I just didn't feel the need to she made the rule clear as fuck. Yeah, I don't feel the need to go back and forth because somebody else won. Just like they won, cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Am I petty? Yes, I'm going to go ahead and put a lot of product out the next few weeks and stomp on everybody else that is doing podcasts. I ain't gonna lie to you. So me losing when I lose, like if I lose when I lose, I just go hard here. Like that's just me. I go hard here when I lose. Like when I lose, I'm putting out content. So I just did a podcast yesterday with a tax preparer. I did one last week. I did one today with hairstyle. I'm doing one tomorrow with Jazz. My goal is to flood the internet, my algorithm, because my thing is, yes, you won it, and I clap for everybody else. I clap it up for everybody who wins. I clap it up for you if you win, you if you win, you if you win. It don't bother me. But what it does is make me go harder, and that's what it should be about. I'm just gonna go harder. I ain't about to. I don't have, and I don't want to have the time because I feel like just because you got the time don't mean nothing. I feel like that's like a diss. I don't want to diss. I don't want to diss nobody, but I don't want to diss nobody. But for me, it just feel like we approach things the wrong way. So when you have an entitlement issue and you feel like I'm supposed to, this is my, all that stuff. Like I don't really, that ain't really my jam. My jam is like if something come my way, cool. If it don't, that's also cool. But I know if I want something, I'm just gonna take it, and that means taking it not like strong on, but I'm gonna put the work in and the necessary steps in to go ahead and take it. A lot of things we don't do with the award show, and I'm sure Jamie and Jazz can both agree, is, and that's me. I'm doing this a lot, and I'm gonna do it next year. I apologize. It's not about winning; it's about helping y'all out. We should be sharing that link every single day, 3, 4, 5 times a day, while it's going on, while it's in open voting period. It's for you. You know what I'm saying? It's for you. You share the vote. A lot of us be too cool for school, and I'm saying we because I'm involved in that. We too cool for school, so we'll share it one time. Hey, make sure you vote for me, and we go about our day. Well, what do you think happens? They see it that day, and then that's it. Like niggas be like, oh, you was on there. Because, they seen it one day. You shared it on a Thursday, I was online on Thursday, maybe. I don't know. Maybe your algorithm wasn't popping on Thursday. And then, the votes come in and it be what it be. And so it's a lot of that. But it be a lot of things on our end that we can do to change the outcome of the award show. I mentioned consistency. Who is Jazz? Hold on, I'm gonna read some comments real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get to the comments real quick. I know I was cooking. All right. Jamie on one. She said, let's be real. All right. Call like it is. Only one person was complaining about the award shows. What's up, sis? And this networking opportunity, if you don't understand it, the room is simply not for you. Ooh. Popcorn Tillman. Yo, Tyrus, you got to come on the show. Happy Sunday. Thanks for sharing this past episode. Oh, anytime. Thank you, man. Thank you. Y'all go check that out today, too, and on YouTube. Let's talk about it. Had a great time at SBA Awards. Great networking and promotion opportunity for a new project. Yo, shout out to Karen Gordon, man. She's the coolest. Preach, brother, reverend. Come on, man. You know how I give it up. She made the rule clear as fuck. Hey, it was clear. Hey, one year I had to call Shay. Say, how does work? I don't be knowing. I don't like reading like that sometimes. On to the kids. You're secure in what the fuck you're doing. Always. Got to be secure. That part. Follow the rules. Glad you know you're petty. Oh, very, 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 very. I'm trying to get through the comments. I like for y'all to feel involved. So excuse me if y'all don't like that. I'm sorry. Crying all year that the city don't support you, but then wanting the same city to support you in the SBA season is wild. A lot of crying do be going on. Who is Jazz? I don't know. Jay. Oh, J. Paul. That's who thought the IHAs. Jazz is like Jazz. Actually, your hoodie is really nice. Oh, thank you, Mia. You got this hoodie for me, by the way. This is a dope hoodie, man. Y'all shout out to Mia for giving me this hoodie, man. Look at the colors. Come on. Tighten up, man. Tighten up. Let's get it. Preach. You're talking good, sir. All right, so I got all the comments out of the way. I'm trying to make sure I like for y'all to feel involved, like y'all here. You know, I need to do these live in person, but yeah. So when I say consistency, I think about, and like I say, nobody forgets. It's Augusta. It's small. We don't forget a lot of stuff, man. I don't care what nobody say. You know, I don't care what nobody say. Mike. Oh, here we go. Mike. What up, Mike? Yeah, man. Make sure I get y'all one too, man. I don't know if she's selling them or if I'm selling them, but feel good too. Nice hoodie. It feel real warm in here and everything. But with the consistency part, I feel like, you know, you gotta. When I say consistency, I'm talking about you gotta lose just like you win. Let me drop a bomb. Man, come on, man. I gotta stop. Yeah, you gotta lose just like you win. You know, I feel like if you know when you win, and if you could take that W with pride and be happy, and accept the cheers and the claps and the applause and all the praise that come with that. If you ever lose or when you lose, you gotta be able to clap, cheer, and applaud for the people who win. And then also you got to be able to look at anything you may have done to help this outcome. Like I said, for me, I know personally I didn't share a lot of the stuff. I didn't share a lot of the stuff. I take December's off. It's always a rough time for me when it comes to that. But I want to give Jamie her flowers because she could have easily stopped the event anytime, and she pushed it back. She had weather stuff, inclinations, all this kind of stuff, and she still went on through it. I think that was good. But again, I think if you win one year, you win. Like, it's some people that have been 3-4 years in a row and ain't won at all. They never won. So I always take my support that I can take. And nigga got St. Patrick's Day clothing special on. Niggas always joking. I would say even if I didn't win, my mom said whether you win, lose, or draw, you're in the room. Beverly's Body Butter, 2024 through 2026 SBA and IHA winner. Oh, shout out to the hashtag. We don't forget nothing. We definitely don't, man. That's true. Win some, lose some. Take the lessons and try again. Perfect time to network with others in the same business world. You know, that's another thing. I feel like that's the key. It's so key when you think about the behaviors of whoever after, because I feel like that's what make people want to work with you or not want to work with you. You know, we just had Butler High School lose yesterday. Them boys left with their head up high. I was so happy they weren't crying because most times they was crying. It was 1 point game in the championship. Young, yeah, you can cry. Them boys had their head up high, gave them fives, went back to business and was training again that night. The grind don't stop. You know, some of us didn't play sports, so it might just be a work ethic thing. But for me, I feel like if you lose, I network with the person I win. And then sometimes it's a measure up. You might lose somebody in it's a voting poll. I'm gonna tell you right there. For me, this is me personally, right? If I'm ever in, who on this live? Tequila and Tyrus, I'll use them too. If I'm ever in any category with them, I gotta make sure I share it every day, all the time. At work, I might go down to Bridgestone, make them motherfuckers sign up for their clock in and sign up to and vote for me. I don't know. I gotta do something because you got a campaign. Because some people already have they got a big platform. They got a following that they've worked on and they've worked with and they've done their due diligence. And so whatever they in, people are gonna vote for them. People, whoever I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? Tyrus is well known. My first day of school, I met Tyrus Tillman, and he was trying to go to Cross Creek, mean as hell to that lady in the guidance counselor. I don't know why he was so mean, but it ain't about that. What I'm saying is people have built their following for years and years and years and years and years, sometimes through 2 decades. So you got to put in the groundwork to go ahead and beat those. I heard the Jeep girls were in here. What that? Oh, you talking about? That's exactly why I teach others what I do. I can't service everyone, and to me, I live each one teach. Yo, 100% each one teach one. 100% each one teach one. And I feel like, and that's what I typically try to do. You know what I'm saying? There you go, Brody. Now you talking. People built and paved their own way. Yeah. Each one teach one. You got to teach people how to do stuff. Even with podcasting, like anytime I see somebody do podcasting, and I feel like they content wasn't up to par, I reach out. Hey, yo, if you need XYZ, let me know. I ain't charging at first. Hey, man, I'm 10 years in. I ain't charging at first. Just add the 2 words in there at first. But, you know, I will give you the game. I will tell people, hey, come here, just watch how I set up. You can watch me a little bit, take notes all the time. Each one teach one. It ain't got to be just me, which is why you got people who are doing it, and I applaud them. You know, I think even what Mike's saying as far as people built and paved their way, I look at somebody like Mike. In 2016, 2017, I don't know how people view Mike and all like that, but I remember he would come to the alumni games and stuff and have the Josie Eagle and be in a little suit and stuff. And it was funny at the time. It was cool, ha, 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 but then he built it. He started hosting. He moved up. This is 10 years later. He probably doing longer than that, but it's 10 years later now. And y'all know Mike for some other stuff. People don't even know about the Mike with the Eagle. Y'all know him for the belt. Belt the ass, or y'all know him for, you know, Ratchet Bingo, or him stepping and dancing, or him just being funny. Like, people build their platforms off consistency, off professionalism, you know what I'm saying, and off of not feeling entitled to everything. He said, here we go with this story. Tyrus, that's a real story. Yo, what's the odds of my first day of school in the South, I'm going to run into Tyrus Tillman, and then who he is, and I'll end up being Lil Bobby, you know what I'm saying? End up being Lil Bobby. Tired about to sell out his comedy show. If you can't do that, you definitely don't need to be in the same category with him, 100. Or cutting off your water yard. Yo, Mike, ain't no lie. I just paid my water bill today. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was behind. I said, Mike must know me. I got a water key. I ain't gonna lie. I do things the wrong way sometimes. But and shout out to Q. Make sure y'all go follow Augusta News Network. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go follow Q page as well. Vote for her in May as well. So shout out to Q. You know, it's my counterpart. Cutting off your water. Mike Gibson, always an encouraging, supportive person behind the scenes. Hold on, the ticket's on sale. All I know is this, Tyrus. I personally need 4 tickets. I want a table. We're gonna start there, and then you can sell the rest. You know, I've been waiting for this comedy show for a minute, so give me a table. I want to feel important. I want to feel important. You ain't got to call me out in your stand-up, though. Just give me a table. Let me cook. Let me chill. It's going to be at Icons. So, Tyler, put your flyer in the comments, man. You know what I'm saying? I rolled past the other day thinking about cutting that bitch. Yo, chill. Yo, clap it for Mike for not cutting me off, man. Clap it for Mike for not cutting me off. Chill. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. You know, times is hard out here, man. Times is hard out here. Chill, man. Don't cut my water off, man. Nah, but yeah, I seen a lot of people talking about a lot of stuff, even with the peanut stuff, and I don't get into too much stuff with that stuff because it'd be a lot of like street stuff involved to that kind of stuff, and it don't be that deep for me. But I feel like you gotta have a level of professionalism, and I think that's when you get the business men and women versus the hustlers. I feel like a hustler mentality is why you get the kind of situation we had today, excuse me, this week, where somebody can say something. And granted, I feel like this. He might have said F Augustus, maybe been playing, maybe been trolling. I don't know. I don't know him I don't know him really, so I don't know. I wish him the best, and I don't want anybody to boycott him. I feel like if he do come down here and he had Dean Finch Road, go support him like you would have any other day. And the best way to show somebody that you can support him is by supporting them. So we can go over, the kids say overly, we can go overly support them and let them have a good time here, and don't harass them, and go from there. He might have made a mistake. He might have meant it. Might didn't mean it. I don't know. I don't really care about, for people saying F a city or F a environment that once supported them. I do feel like he do get a lot of support from my standpoint of looking at what he does. But when I look at what he do, I know that there's somebody else, a comedian, a rapper, a singer, a spoken word artist, an event thrower, somebody else who cooks, somebody who draws, who paints, who does podcasts, that will love that little bit amount of support he felt like he was getting, which was a lot to me, but they would love that amount of support. So it's all perspective, because I feel like from what I've seen, he was getting a lot of love, and he's steadily growing. Even now, he's steadily growing, steadily growing. So I feel like, saying F the city, I don't know, maybe he was trolling. I really can't tell. I don't know him. I didn't ask him. But I do feel like that's the difference between businessmen and hustlers, because as a business, at that point, what you do is you reel back. Maybe you apologize, say, look, I ain't mean it this way. I was trolling. I was messing around, boom, boom, and you go from there. And then a business mentality as well is like, you got to carry yourself a certain way. Even how you respond to people or lack thereof. I go back to Jamie. Sometimes I know she probably want to respond to people, but she don't respond to them. She want to say certain things, she don't say certain things. I'm sure it's a bunch of people in the comments that got businesses and that just can't respond the way that he may have been responding that week. Even when you get on that type of time where, like, it seems like you're throwing out somebody to check you. Because the thing is this, even saying, oh, I'll be at this such and such spot if anybody got any straightening they want to do or clean up they want to do, is like, well, are we trolling, or are we talking like some tough guy stuff now? Because I feel like you open a door for that. And I don't feel like that's needed or warrant. It's just peanuts, bro. Like, I don't feel like that's needed, And I'm not saying it's just peanuts like to diss anybody doing, because that's my livelihood. But it ain't no sense to invite that kind of energy if it was just trolling, if it was wasn't no harm, no foul. It's like, just say, hey, yo, I ain't mean it that way, and move on. But we gotta, the thing about consistency, professionalism, entitlement, I think that's another thing. People be from here and feel like they supposed to have everybody out there. Like, imagine you having a line and you like, man, fuck that, this line ain't long enough. But somebody's down a block trying to get people to buy their plates, and they only sold 4 plates. They ain't have a line. They ain't eat all this food, only sold 4 or 5 plates. But you got a line, and you like, man, fuck that, this line ain't long enough, man. Move up the road. And you move up the road, and you have success, and you say, hey, man, fuck y'all. It's like, it's not cool. Read some of the comments. It says, talk about peanuts. I'm talking about them. Leading with emotions, definitely. You can't do that. Running a business versus running a hobby. Yeah, people like, and even with him, like, he might be cooking. I don't know his business regimen. I'm not here to diss him. I don't know him. But if cooking is going to be a business now, I've seen some things like, get the license. You know what I'm saying? Get the license so you can have the ability to sell what you want to sell. Get the proper documentation so you can be where you want to be instead of where you want to set up. That's the first thing before we start dissing areas, right? We got to make sure we are licensed to be selling in those areas. And then, preach Jay-Z is crazy. Come on, bro. Why? I already started, and y'all fucking me up in the comments with the Jay-Z, and come on, man. First, we have to know that everybody not a business owner. Once you know the difference, you expect certain things from certain people. Ooh, not her cooking. Preach Jay-Z is crazy. Niggas, man. Hey, a nigga be born in Brooklyn. He just never could escape these Jay-Z allegations. Yep, there's a lot of I want to say, but I value my business more than my emotions. Ooh, make sure you don't have to come back to the city. Yeah, I think that's the thing, and that go back to my thing with the hustling. Like, when you hustling, and I'm sure it's some in here. When you hustling, that's how you maneuver. You try to strong arm. It's normally violence in place, which is. And I hate to I'm not trying to bring nothing delicate. I'm gonna say it real quick, which is why I had the problem last year with the Water Boys thing, because it was good entrepreneurship to an extent, and then we seen that hustling result at the very end of the summer, which is something you never want. Territory, right? Neither one had license to sell there, but we were letting them rock because it seemed cool to do. No trouble, but then it brought trouble. And I think that's the hustler's mindset I be talking about. Like, get your proper documentation so you can go where you want to go, you can be where you want to be. You know, don't burn no bridges. Don't disrespect a city or entity or people who once supported you or was currently supporting you, still supporting you. Because I seen a lot of think pieces that shared the stuff and was like, yeah, I feel bad because I was a day one supporter and I'm sad you said this. I'm sad you said that. Again, to each his own. You know, I feel like if he come down and he's selling his stuff, go support it. I mean, we can make light of it, make a joke of it, and move on from it. That's, to me, that's good business. To move on, apologize, and keep rocking. And if you're going to Atlanta, cool. If you're moving on up, cool. Just don't forget where you came from. And just because you move on up don't mean that we ain't shit no more. You ain't got to stomp on us, you know what I'm saying? You could just, you know, just say you're having a good time where you at. What you putting your, what you throwing up for? Nah, but yeah, and I say all that to say, you know, the entitlement in the city is at an all-time high. And what I really want to say is, even myself included, a lot of us, even though we got years and time and a lot of accolades, a lot of us still haven't done enough to have the type of entitlement we have. I know for me, I had a live show. I would say your live show can either humble you or make you go harder, right? Having shows, having live shows, throwing events, those type of things can either humble you, make you go harder. I know we go off a lot of internet stuff, and I'm not saying internet don't matter because it definitely matters. We all make our money on the internet, you know. It matters when you monetize. It matters when you getting views. It matters when you go viral. But it's about what you do after that. And so, even though it's a lot of people that went viral in the city, we got a lot of viral people in the city, and you know, I give them credit because it's hard to go viral. I'm sure, like, everybody can't do it, but it's just more to life than that. Just like it's more to life than the internet. Like, the two, they blend together. So you can't just have an online presence and not be able to pack a show out, because then you can't make no money. You can't pack a show out and have an online presence, because then you can't make no money. Like, you gotta have visibility. You gotta check all the boxes. That's important. Checking all the boxes. And a lot of times we have this entitlement as if we check all the boxes, and we only check very few. And the few that we check, and our list of how important it is up here, but to a lot of people it's down here. And that's just my theory. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. But yeah, man, I think that, how much time? Because I don't want y'all to be here too long. Let me see. Okay, almost 30. Yeah, I think that the sense of entitlement is through the roof. We gotta get a hold on that. And then I feel like this. If I seen EJ, and shout out to EJ, because you know, I speak to him. We speak a lot. That's my guy. I support him. Super talented individual. We speak a lot. We have a lot of different kind of conversations. And I know one of them is, you know, he was saying, I'm gonna throw my own award show. I feel like him being a comedian and making light or trying to, you know, make fun of whatever he feels, second place, whatever, and if that's what he's running off of, then do that. You know, you go ahead and you throw a show, you make it funny, you get people out, and you go from there, and then you can build on that. I think that's the correct route to go. I don't be liking like the downing, or it seemed like you down at somebody's event, because people put their hard-earned money and time into a lot of these events. And then when something don't go a person's way and they start to down it, or they start to talk down about it, or whatever the case may be, it's like, you gotta have the same energy you had when you won, when you don't win. And I don't know. I have a theory about people who can't clap for others, can't post comments in the same destination. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a theory about who can't clap for others. I think that you gotta learn how to do that. Like, you're not gonna be able to run a business that way. You're not gonna be able to grow your business. You're not gonna be able to network that way. Networking is really being happy for other people that's ahead of you, or bringing people with you that's behind you, or, you know, using what somebody else is good at, what you're good at, to catapult yourself to a higher level. That's how I look at networking. Until they find funds, Brody, they will never understand. Until they use their funds. 100%. That's another thing. Throwing an event and using your own money, breaking even, will humble you. You thinking, okay, I'm gonna get this amount of money because I sold this amount of tickets. You gotta pay this person, this DJ. You ain't sell just as many tickets you think you want to sell. That'll humble you. Ain't no more entitlement there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say throw more events, like, do that. But I think and I'm gonna end soon with this. I got like 5 minutes left because I got shit to do. But I definitely think that what really needs to happen is people got to take classes on how to represent themselves as a business. We got to start there. Folks be mediocre at best and complain, bro. You cooking? On that, I'm gonna take a sip of this soda. You cooking? I can't even say nothing about that. Yeah. Folks do mediocre. But I think, like I said, mediocre, and it's all perspective, because you might say they're mediocre. I might say they're mediocre. But somebody else think they're the funniest motherfucker in the world. They're the best rapper in the world. They the best director in the world. They the best business person in the world, best house salesman in the world, best realtor in the world. Whatever the case might be. And so it's all perspective. But I think we all have to be cognizant that there's so many perspectives on what we do. I could feel like what I do it like so good, right? But I could get around somebody and they do it 10 times better than me. Now I gotta go back to the drawing board and see how I could get better. Or I could be around somebody who feel like, I mean, you do all right where you at, which means that I gotta think about who else doing what I'm doing other places, and how can I get better so that I can be good, not just good where I'm at. And that's another problem. We get complacent because we're good where we're at. We're good in our vicinity. We're good in our 50, 60-mile radius. We're good here. And I think with the IHAs, what I saw is that he had a lot of Charleston people there, and I think they were winning some awards, but they also came out to the awards. They supported the awards. They were sharing the awards the whole time during the voting process. They did everything that really an event planner, person who's doing an event, wants you to do. From what I saw, I went and did my research. They did everything. They was sharing it, posting it in links, posting it in group threads, posting it in pages that was popular. Hey, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. They came out, came out supporting the event that was hours away. Some of us live here and we don't go to the event. So I think we gotta look at some of the things that people are doing. And that's why, the results be what it be. But I never want to diss nobody and say, you can't feel a way. I got this thing. I'm into it, not into it, but kind of into it with somebody, because I think last year, Juneteenth, I said somebody was bitching, which I still stand on, but I definitely feel like when I look at bitching versus complaining, versus passion, people like to say when they complaining and they lashing out and they going on a soap opera that they have passion and it's just because I really feel this and I love this. No, I feel like you bitching when you can say what you want to say, but you can't open your eyes and your mind to nobody else's perspective. You don't want to be told no other way than what you're saying. You surround yourself with yes men people who are going to agree with you, so that you can't have a debate, a healthy debate, or back and forth, or just some kind of dialogue. That's bitching to me. I remember my mom used to be younger. When I was younger, she was younger too. When I was younger, she'll come home, this is not done, this, that, and third, whatever. But she bitching, complaining. I know she had a bad day at work, but she just bitching. You couldn't say nothing back. She wasn't trying to hear that shit. I can't say, yo, Ma, you have a good day. Like, what's going on? I can't, slap me real quick. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. That's bitching to me. It's like when you can say things, but nobody can say nothing to you. You can say what you want to say, everything you want to say, but nobody can say nothing to you. That's bitching to me. Now, passion, I think about, and I just saw this in my story too. It's just funny. But I think about this 2 days ago. I was talking to Mario Taylor that owned Taylor Wash over there, the car shop. Lean on me. In the beginning, lean on me. Morgan Freeman and the other guy had a heavy argument in some kind of courtroom. Arguing back and forth, top of their lungs. And they was like, "What you want to eat for dinner?" And they went to eat. That's passion. That's passion when you could be right, I could be right in my mind, and you right in your mind. We're telling each other, "Are you right?" We're having dialogue. We're going back and forth. We're passionate about it. We're screaming, but we're respectful. And then we're gonna eat afterwards, because it ain't that deep. That's passion to me. Passion is when we can have a disagreement, because we love something so much, and we're so passionate over an event, a platform, a art style, whatever. We are very, very passionate over this, and we can go back and forth. But then after, we can have a dialogue and talk. It don't mean we can't talk. We not beefing. I'm not your op. We not gonna fight when we see each other. That's not passion to me. That's just you bitching, and now you don't want to talk to nobody because you a bitch. I don't know. Like that's just how I look at it. And I know I probably shouldn't have said all that, but I did. So fuck it. But being the smartest person in a remedial class don't count. Ooh, yo, Lauren, you cooking? Lauren is cooking. This nigga spitting. Nah, I ain't spitting, but I just be trying to. I just did a 3-hour podcast, bro. I just really felt like I needed to come here and say this because after today, I ain't gonna talk about it no more. Like, I like my phone call to have with the people around the city. I like that, we able to talk about this. I'm gonna interview the person who do the IHAs tomorrow, Jay Paul. I'm gonna do him tomorrow, and we'll get his thoughts on some things. But nobody gonna check you. I mean, yeah, I hope not. I already told you how I feel, especially with rappers and like people who do art field. I'm a scary dude. Like, I don't like no kind of confrontation. So me personally, like, if I say something that offend you, I'm already sorry for it. So I'm already sorry for it. I don't be wanting no problems with nobody. But no, I think that sometimes them things need to be said. And I wanted to say it live because I wanted anybody who had any kind of counter of what I would want to say it, just tuning in what we talking about tonight, man. I'm just getting out of here, man. What up? Shout out to you, man. Augustus C. Mitch, man, shout out to him. He was posting all the playoff games for free for everybody to watch that couldn't make it to Macon. So shout out to him. You go watch his page, man. Who the best rapper in Augusta? It don't matter to me. Man, I stood in that commercial too. I really tried, bro. I was doing so much this weekend. When you see the content I got, you'll understand. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm already sorry. Nah, Tyrus, for real, I'm already sorry. These rap, I be telling y'all, have y'all seen these rap dudes, like what they be saying, talking about, and what they be about? Niggas don't play no more. Nah, niggas say they spinning, they really spinning. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Man. You can have everything in my pocket, bro. I don't want none. I ain't say that. Who said that? Not me. I know better than that. Ain't gonna spank me. I don't want no smoke with nobody. But in all seriousness, though, I don't become a rapper for real. But in all seriousness, though, I do feel like, sometimes all love, I understand. Thank you. Sometimes, people just take things the wrong way and be crying about stuff. So, I realize that too. I'm gonna end soon, but I want to say a few things. One thing is, I realized that people lie. First of all, I want to start there. People lie. People, they portray one way. They say this, that, and third. Especially here in the city, like one day you got somebody. Oh, I don't mess with this person. I don't fuck with that person. They ha he, and when you see him in public, they're laughing online, this, that, and third. They're sharing whatever the case may be. Like I've seen that already. So that's already a fakeness anyway, and that be a lot of rappers. Regular people too, definitely sports and all that stuff, but a lot of rappers, they do that. So I already have an issue with rap on that standpoint anyway. Like I don't be believing nothing certain people say. That's the first thing. The second thing is I realized that, you gotta allow people, some people want a way out and some people want to stay where they at. But they think they want to go somewhere else. And so they don't do the proper steps and none of the proper protocol to get out of their situation, but complain, but say what somebody else should have did. It's always somebody else, it's never them. And you gotta stay far away from people like that can blame individuals putting in the work, moving on with their life, moving up in their life, progressing in life. They're blaming those individuals for their mishaps or why they are stuck in whatever situation they stuck in. So, and some of those rappers too, but it's not all rappers. But I'm just painting the picture here. But interviewing rappers had taught me that. Having a lot of conversations with rappers has taught me that over the past, like, yeah. Thank you, man. He said real spill. I know I ain't the best person when it comes to rappers, and I know I had, issues here and there with a few, and but I don't. It ain't ever about rappers per se, because I just don't be caring. But the be about for me is I know I'm an outspoken individual sometimes. But look what I got a microphone. I got a mixer. I be talking. I've been doing this since 2016. April made 10 years. Clap it up for me. Come on now. Tyrus, make sure you give me a shout out on your show in April. Say, man, 10 years doing Mortar Masters. But no, I don't be having no real issue with no rappers and stuff like that, or people and stuff like that. I just think people fake. That's all. I think rappers be fake. I think until somebody is really truly comfortable with who they are, they portray somebody they not. They portray who they want to be versus who they are. A lot of times it's rappers, sometimes it's pastors, sometimes it's teachers, sometimes it's principals, sometimes it's your little brother, sometimes it's your mom, sometimes it's your sister, your neighbor, your best friend, you know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? So uh, get in the booth at this point. Nah, I ain't getting in the booth. I might stuff a rapper in the booth and punch him, but nah, I ain't getting in the booth. I ain't getting in the booth. But I don't be having no real issue with the rappers. I think rappers just um I think they don't know how to deal with somebody like me. Right? A lot of people that do music, especially in the art world, not rappers in general, but in the art world, they don't know how to deal with somebody who's gonna be straight up with you. They don't know how to deal with somebody that's gonna tell you, this sucks or this not good or I'm not messing with that. I'll be very transparent with a lot of people that's in the art world or that do any kind of art or artistic work because I know the work it takes to gain a support system. So I might tell you don't waste your time. People don't like that. So yeah, I don't know. But yo, chill. Yeah, man. But I do say that, people say that a lot about me. I think my last guest, Lisa Lee, she said the same thing about me. She was like, I could see you. I don't look at myself as a bully. I don't think I bully anybody. I think I don't really bother too many people at the end of the day. I stand up for what I think is right. I stand up for my people. And I think sometimes in doing so, it comes off as if it's us versus them. But I never purposely click up. It's just if I respect somebody and I feel like they got a good business regimen and they move and they solid, I'm a rock behind them. And I would hope that all y'all do the same thing. So you know, that's my thing. Like, I don't want to smoke. I don't want to issue with nobody. I feel like, with the entitlement, we gotta just bring it down now. It's like I think you move better when you feel like you don't deserve something. Like, don't feel like, all right, I'm sorry. I think you move better when you feel like you're not warranted to get this, to whatever it is, a trophy, an event, a show, whatever. Like, it shouldn't be like, oh, I should get this because I'm such and such. That's entitlement. You gotta do things to be deserving of that. And if you're doing them and you still feel like you're not deserving, then that's when you start to get with your team or talk to people who are getting those things and say, yo, well, I'm noticing you got XYZ. Well, how can I get like that? I'm trying to build this team. I'm trying to get this show. I'm trying to get this cracking. How can I do that? Because I see you got to run. That's networking once again. And then with the consistency, like I said, I look at that all the way around. I'm not gonna tell you. I rock with a lot of people. Some people I don't rock with, but people I don't rock with, you're not gonna see me do nothing with them. Like be my brother the same way. Like anybody know me or my brother be the same way. If I don't know you like that, right? I don't rock with you. If I don't like you, I will stand next to you for 2 hours and don't say a fucking word to you. I promise you I will. It don't mean we got a problem, but I don't with you. My brother might not mess with people, so I don't speak to them sometimes because that's weird, right? I'm not going to disrespect them purposely. I'm not going to bring it up. He a grown man, but my brother's my brother. I don't rock with you. I don't mess with you. I don't want to comment. I don't want to kick you. I don't want to do that. We ain't going to do that. That's me. But you got people who feel like, oh, I don't this person, I don't that person, but it don't be looking that way. Like they do exactly just that. Like you go hard for the person. So and I've struggled with that because then I'm like, damn, how do I view a person like that? I was doing an interview with somebody the other day. I don't mind saying it, and I feel like the person I did the interview with and somebody else don't rock with each other from what this person was saying. I'm seeing a story. I'm seeing niggas taking shots. I'm seeing niggas kicking and chill. I'm like, oh, they must get along, but I couldn't tell. That's fake stuff to me. I'm like, damn, so now I gotta make sure. Even though me and the person don't speak, I just gotta make sure, you see a lot of that in my world. When the camera's cut off, you get more of that, But I don't like people, really pushing this. I don't this person, I don't that person, and then you see him ha ha he he and all on. I don't like that. Like that's not. I don't think that's 100. I think that's fake. But that's the business we in. But that's why I like to pick and choose who I hang around, who I consider a friend, who I talk to. I ain't gonna fake kick with nobody. I be 100 every time. Yeah, make sure y'all tap in the Tyrus show. It's in April. Hopefully put the flyer in the comments. But it's in April. Probably sold out by now. But I need a table. I want everybody to do well. Like I want everybody to do well. That's from um, any award, that's for any shows, any future endeavors. I want people to do well with uh, the Peanut Man. I want everybody to do well. I want everybody to win. I don't want nobody losing. I don't want nobody fighting. I don't want no violence. I want people to be honest with themselves and just if you the thing with the city too, it's a lot of dishonesty be going on. We be on the phone with each other, not telling us the real. So on the phone, you're saying one thing to this person and something different with that person, or you're saying one thing to this person, something different with that person. I think that's where a lot of confusion come into place too as well. A lot of confusion come into play where people aren't being real. It's okay to be like, no, I rock with such and such. I rock with such and such. This way, when I see you rocking with such and such, I'm not confused by you telling me you don't rock with such and such, you know. But that's the thing in a city too. Yeah, we gotta do better with. I'm all for professionalism, but we gotta be real with ourselves as well. So look, that's about it. I'm gonna probably wrap it up because it's late. 50 minutes in. I meant to do 30 minutes. You know, y'all always had me going, bro. You had me going. Make sure y'all share the live. Y'all ain't share the live. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Tyra. Shout out to Audrey. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Demetrius. Shout out to Keela. Shout out to Karen Gordon. Shout out to Lacey. Shout out to Q. Shout out to Lauren London. Shout out to Raina. Lauren London. Lauren Landers. Shout out to Cam. Shout out to Gus to see Mitch. Man, shout out to all y'all for real. And make sure y'all share the live. Y'all can comment the live. Tell me you like the sweater, you like the hat. Make sure y'all shout out Dr. Jessica Son. Hey, Pig, if y'all having these hats for the summer, it's gonna be hooping is healing. It need to be a bucket hat. So make the bucket hats hooping is healing. I don't want no proceeds from it. Just give me one hat, please. Just make the hats hooping is healing. I like that. Please, you do that. Do that. One Masters podcast. I appreciate y'all for liking the live. I will do these every Sunday if y'all want. I'm trying to be consistent, professional, and not have no entitlement. So I will be here next Sunday if you guys want me to be. Y'all let me know. One Masters podcast. We out. Clap it up for y'all. Thank you.